Hi, this is Bishop Tom Dowd, Bishop of the Diocese of Sault Ste. Marie. I'm here to offer my annual message for Easter. This Easter 2025 comes in a very special year. Pope Francis has declared this to be a year of Jubilee, something that comes around every 25 years, and he's given this year a special theme, Pilgrims of Hope. Hope is part of my own personal spirituality, and so I'm delighted by this choice. And I think it's also a really important theme for all of us and for our world. Hope is an interior attitude, something we call a virtue, and it's sometimes a little hard to grasp, a little hard to understand. But in our Catholic tradition, we have three of these core interior attitudes that we see as gifts from God. They are faith, hope, and love. Now faith, that's the attitude, that's the knowledge that responds to the question, what do we believe? What should we believe? And very often we can answer with a list of things that we believe that constitute the part of our faith that we share as Catholics. Hope, on the other hand, it takes faith and it brings it to a greater maturity, because hope is the ability to answer not just the question, what do we believe, but why do we believe those things? Somebody might hear a teaching, for example, and say to themselves, well, it's very nice, but so what? What difference does it make? Hope is starting to grow in us. Our faith matures into hope when we're able to see how all those pieces fit together, and more importantly, how they inform the conduct of our lives. Hope is the virtue that starts to give meaning, not just to the elements of faith, but to those who believe, to those who live it. We get to see the whole meaning of life that starts to emerge from faith. That is hope. And of course, once we have that, it informs the next step. What should we do with all of this? How should we live? How do we become people of genuine love? Faith, hope, and love, they all work together in that way. So why has Pope Francis given us a year of hope, calling us pilgrims of hope? Well, if we look at our world today, unfortunately, we see that there's generally a crisis of hope. I'm not just talking in the Catholic Church, I'm speaking about the world in general. A lot of people wondering, where are we going? What's the point of all of this? There are crises of despair happening all around us where people just don't feel they have a future. And they wonder, even if they do have more time in their life, what's it good for? Being able to be pilgrims of hope, to recognize that hope is about our faith, but entering into our own personal history to give us meaning. We're on a journey. 2025, we are invited to be on this journey together, a journey of hope. To deepen our faith, to grow in our love, and to connect the two by seeing what it's all about and to find meaning for our lives. And Easter is the celebration of the resurrection of Jesus. And resurrection is that ultimate sign of hope. Easter is the ultimate feast day of hope. Because with Jesus rising from the dead, it tells us that not even death can end our life. Not even death can be a barrier to meaning. Sometimes people wonder, well, what's the point of it all if we all wind up just dying and that's it? Well, the answer is, it's not just it. Jesus rose. He tells us about life beyond death, eternal life, and the grace and the love that it contains. So for this Easter, I wish all of you, first of all, a blessed Easter in your life of faith, and also in your families as we gather together, as we join together for just the usual customs of Easter. May they be a time of mutual love and sharing for all of you. But even more importantly, may Easter this year be a chance for all of us to rediscover our hope, the hope that comes to us in Jesus. May God bless all of you.